weekly recap.
Who is that? Get his head stepped on.
Wes Watson in the DM threatened John Bravo's life. So John Bravo's my buddy now, texting to each other, talk about YouTube stuff, helping me out. And then he made this video about Wes Watson, and then Wes Watson threatening him about, like, I don't know, fighting him or something, gave him an address, and then blocked him. So all of this originated from, watch this clip right here.
Going around of some fool pushing some keyboard warrior princess little punk bitch by his neck. You pussies are in the comments going, he should press charges. No, he should get pushed by the neck and then get his head stepped on, and everybody else should say, good bitch. Don't talk shit to a monster if you're a little peon pussy.
So he's talking shit about Jeff Nippard because he thinks Jeff was talking shit and then got pushed and got what he deserved and then shouldn't call the cops. But let's see this perspective here. Jeff walked toward Mike, whatever. Then Mike did something he should have not done. Okay, but let's look at it from another angle. What about the 19-year-old who got pushed for no reason? What if Wes Watson was his dad? What would Wes Watson do if some bigger, larger man pushed his son for no freaking reasons? What would you do? So in the comments right now, what would you do if your 19-year-old nerdy son came back home from work to work from this YouTuber and then somebody put his hands on him in the gym? Let's say like Jeff didn't call the cops and then said, yeah, mommy, nobody called the cops and I got pushed at the gym by this 40, 50-year-old man. So what would you do if that was your son who's weaker, younger, and just came there for work, because if your son is 19-year-old and he's like 2'7", I don't think this would have happened, right? But it seems like Wes Watson said everybody deserved it, right? I wonder if that was your son, Wes, what would you have done? Thing is, I think Jeff kind of had to call the cops because imagine his cameraman's parents. You got pushed while you were working for this guy and your employer didn't call the cops? I think that would be in trouble for Jeff. My take on it. But anyway, Wes Watson is making kind of all the headlines because he talks a lot of shit. And one thing I can say about Wes Watson that's good, he's a good promo guy. So imagine this guy doing WWE type of like stuff. He could be a good wrestler. He's good with shit talking and things like that.
Fucking Bugatti, famous, jacked, living in Miami, could pull chicks without paying for them. Oh my, the level of delusion on these hot pocket, 10-inch arm having, little fucking peon weirdos.
His character could be the guy, the ex-con guy who comes out of jail and is like all tough because he went to jail and then he beats people up and he's in good shape and he tells all the other wrestlers they're not man enough and he's more manly than them.
Weirdos on the internet, 10-inch arms, play on their computer all day.
Because he's got more muscle, more money.
Make videos about jacked, tattooed studs.
He's got a car and he's got a girl
that slay vagina, pull bad bitches, that refer to us not as alphas.
Some people say she actually is not really his girl and that she was like an escort online or whatever. But the thing is, maybe if she was on escort online, like, love knows no boundaries. Doesn't mean that she's an escort that Wes can't love her and Wes didn't approach her in another situation than just hiring her online. Maybe they gotta understand it like, yeah, she is an escort. So what? Love is love. Wes still loves her, even though she does what she does with other men, maybe. Or maybe she's an escort that just goes to dinner. Who knows? But anyways, none of my beeswax. Let's move on to the next thing. Nick Walker kind of mocked me. Listen to that.
Who's your coach? Is it Honey? Is it Outlaw? Who is that?
I think people who want to figure out who your coach is, it's a good thing because nobody cares about who's like 10th place at some random pro show coaches. Nobody cares about that. So if people are caring about your coach, it's a good thing. With what he said, I think I was wrong, but Dorn told me actually that, oh, nobody's coaching him right now. He's doing his own thing. All right. Well, that's not what another person told me. That his first name is P and last name is V, might have told me that there's somebody else in the picture, or he will work with somebody else. We just don't know who that guy is. Supposedly, it's not a big name. Who do you guys think it is? It's not Outlaw. It's not Hani. It's not Cito. It's not any of those guys. It's somebody else. Or right now, like he said, Nick himself, it's just him. So that's what happened with the whole Nick coaching thing. That's what I'm getting out of this. So we'll have to see what next week brings for that. I think the most exciting news of all of this, the most positive one, is C-Bum 2 weeks out from the Prague show. And with his coach Hani, he's actually eating a lot of food. I think he just started his diet just now because he was saying that he ate a bunch of cookies just like a couple days ago, unless this was filmed earlier, in the last week. But I think now he needs to tighten it up. And his weight is not even going up. That's what he said. So I think Hani even gave him a high day. And I think with Chris's metabolism, he's going to have to like carb up. He's pretty much going to carb up all the way up to the show and just try to be super full. Because I don't think Chris was ever a guy who gained a lot of weight easily, when he was a national bodybuilder. Because he competed against some of my friends and stuff. And he was really good, don't get me wrong. But he was not a guy who was like, had trouble getting in shape, I believe. So I'm really curious how it's going to look like. And I'm going to make a video after that of him and Martin Fitzwater going head to head and trying to compare shot by shot. So you guys can be, stay tuned for that. But other than that, what else happened? Little baby. I had a baby Tuesday morning. Yes. So what do you guys think about all of this? Pretty eventful week, right? C-Bum 2 weeks out. Nick Walker has no coach. Wes Watson is being called a fake alpha male and talking shit to nerdy boys and this and that. Life is good. How are you doing? You watched this video this whole way through. So I'm going to ask the question to you now. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. And if you haven't liked or subscribed or any of that stuff, if you want to support me in my new endeavors, well, do so and comment. Peace out.